Hello and welcome to today's lesson. We're going to learn what pseudoclasses are and how to work with them. You can see two links in front of you. For a better orientation, I have set the font size to 35 pixels. As you can see, both links have their color set to the default value, which is blue. Now I'll click on the second link and then immediately switch back to the first page. Notice that its color has changed to purple. What if I'd like to change this behavior? I'll use so-called pseudoclasses. Pseudoclasses are very frequently used with links. Inside the style definition section, I'll type a colon, and link. This pseudoclass targets links that haven't been visited yet. I'll try to set the color to green to give an example. After refreshing the page, we can see the first link is green. The second link has remained purple because it's been already visited. Next, I'll type a colon, and visited inside the style definition section. The visited pseudoclass affects links that have been already visited. I'd like to display these links in gray. After refreshing the page, we can see that the second link, which I've already visited, is now gray. Very often while browsing, we come across situations in which links change their color if we hover the mouse cursor over them. How do we achieve this effect? Again, we'll use pseudoclasses. Inside the style element, I'll type a colon, and hover. I'll set the color property to red and refresh the page. Now, whenever I hover the mouse cursor over any of the links, their color will change to red. So remember, the hover pseudoclass is activated when the mouse cursor is positioned over the element in question. The next pseudoclass we'll talk about affects elements when they're being clicked on. Let's see an example. Inside the style definition section, I'll type a colon, and active. To make the effect as visible as possible, I'm going to add the background property and set its value to yellow. After refreshing the page, we can review the result. I'll move the mouse cursor above the first link, click the left mouse button, and keep holding it for a while. Can you see it? A yellow box has appeared behind the link. When I move the cursor away from the link, the yellow box disappears. To make things work, it's very important not to forget to use pseudoclasses in this exact order: link, visited, hover, and active. We'll demonstrate one more pseudoclass in a new document. Notice the two form fields, a button and a link. By pressing the Tab key, I'll toggle between these elements. Notice that the currently active element is always marked with a colored border. It's easy to modify this behavior with the Focus pseudoclass. First, we'll test this on the input elements. Inside the style definition section, I'll type input, colon, and focus. I'll change the border color to red, for example, and refresh the page. When I focus any of the input elements now, a red rectangle will appear around it. Notice that links are still surrounded by the original yellow rectangle. I'd like to change this yellow rectangle to a green one. Inside the style element, I'll now type a colon, and focus. Next, I'll add the CSS code for the green border. Again, after refreshing the page, I'll focus the elements. We see the link is now surrounded with a green border. However, the original yellow border is still visible. This behavior is dependent on the browser you're using and can't be changed. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll look forward to seeing you the next time.